What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about why Japanese people are so healthy. So, from what I understand, people in Japan live a very long time. Very long lives, and this is because you are very healthy in Japan. So this is basically the opposite of America. Here, we are a very unhealthy country, and I think we could learn a lot from Japan, actually. So today, I want to learn about why Japanese people are so healthy and how you do it. So let's take a look.
You end up walking everywhere, which is true and should help people stay lean. Also,
Oh.
walking while eating is generally frowned upon, so more walking means less snacking.
Walking. Walking. So in Japan, you walk a lot. This is so obvious when you think about it. You know, it's kind of funny. It's true. Here in America, people don't walk places very much. In America, you drive everywhere in your car. Very few Americans walk places. Yeah, this is just how we are as a culture in America. So I think, yeah, that really would affect our health. Man, yeah, it's kind of a problem. I can see where if you're walking everywhere in your day-to-day life, how much more exercise you would get. Yeah.
Public transportation here is impressively convenient and reliable. If you're traveling around Tokyo, your destination is almost within a 20-minute walk from that area's train, subway, or bus station.
Wow. So in Japan, you take public transportation. Okay. Yeah, in America, our public transportation is not very good. And in some cases, it doesn't even exist in a lot of places. So in America, you're really expected to own a car and drive. Yeah, wow. Yeah, we could learn a lot from this, actually.
However, this is just Tokyo. Such a population-dense part of Japan with highly organized public transportation, unsurprisingly, has the lowest rate of car ownership in Japan.
Wow.
What's interesting is that the average body mass index doesn't change too drastically prefecture to prefecture. And higher
Really?
car ownership doesn't particularly correlate to higher body mass index. That said, more walking surely helps people stay leaner and healthier, but
Yeah.
it's just one piece of a bigger puzzle.
Yeah, this is just one part of it. So in Japan, people definitely seem to walk more in Japan. Yeah, this is a big problem in America. We don't walk at all. A lot of Americans don't get any exercise. Yeah.
Next, the portion sizes in Japan are definitely smaller.
Oh.
Here's what some typical lunches look like.
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man. America has huge portions. It's one of the things I really like about America. I really enjoy eating a lot of food. When you order food in America, you get a lot. You get a lot. And it's not food that's good for you. Our food is very processed, very unnatural, filled with sugar and preservatives. Yeah, oh man, yeah, this is starting to make a lot of sense. Like, America is one of the most unhealthy countries, I think. And Japan might be one of the most healthy. So we're very different. Wow, yeah, it's small portions. Like, for me, this is not a lot of food. I'm not sure this would make me full.
When I first came to live in Japan in 2010, I remember always being a little disappointed with the size of the meals.
Yeah.
Of course, bigger portions and even all-you-can-eat places are available, but since food is more expensive here, I had to just get used to eating less food.
Okay.
In 2014, people spent on average about 13.5% of their income on food, which is more than twice what people in America spent. In 2013, 3,682 calories were consumed per person per day in America.
Oh my gosh. Oh my. I think you're only supposed to have like 2,000 calories a day. So Americans on average are eating twice as much as you should. Oh, this is bad.
But it was only 2,726 calories per day in Japan.
Wow.
So Japanese people typically spend more money for less calories. Although, cheap calories from the sugar in soda is probably a factor here, as Americans consume more than 5 times the amount of soda Japan did in 2011.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Americans drank 5 times more soda than Japanese people. Yeah, this is starting to make sense.
Next, the type of food being eaten here is of course different. You may have noticed in the clips I just showed that everything comes with rice. The Japanese diet is by no means low carb. But while Japan and America eat about the same amount of the 2 grains wheat and rice combined, Japan eats about half as much wheat as America. Cutting out wheat or gluten is usually suspected to be only a fad, but gluten, found in wheat and not rice, has been shown to have some unique properties.
So it's not just how much Americans eat, it's what we eat. We eat stuff that is bad for you, and we eat more of it.
This 2012 Brazilian rodent study, for example, found that putting just 4.5% wheat gluten in the diet increases body fat, inflammation, and insulin resistance.
Okay.
Work by Dr. Alessio Fasano and his team has shown that the gliadin protein of gluten, through the stimulation of a protein called zonulin, opens up the spaces between the epithelial cells in your gut. This allows gliadin fragments to leak through the gut into the bloodstream, provoking an immune response and inflammation.
So Japanese people have a much higher diet of rice, which I think they're saying is better for you than other types of wheat and other bread and grains.
However, since the reaction to gluten differs person to person, and the science is relatively new and complex, it's hard to say by what degree wheat is worse than rice or how much wheat is too much. Next is the regular consumption of fermented foods in Japan. Elia Mechnikov, winner of the 1908 Nobel Prize in Medicine, was the first to propose the theory that lactic acid bacteria are beneficial to human health.
Oh, this is interesting. So Japanese people eat a lot of fermented food. I'm not exactly sure what foods are fermented food. But the food that Japanese people eat has good bacteria that's healthy for you. Oh, wow.
He suggested that oral administration of cultures of fermentative bacteria would implant the beneficial bacteria in the intestinal tract.
Okay.
As research on the gut microbiome develops, the health effects of certain gut microbes and bacteria are becoming clearer.
Wow.
A transplant of the microbes from one overweight woman to another woman caused the receiving woman to become obese.
Wow.
And it's been found that transplanting microbes from a confident mouse to an anxious mouse will make that anxious mouse more confident.
What? So Japanese people have much better gut bacteria. Japanese people are eating foods that are just better for your body, basically.
It's estimated that there are 500 to 1,000 species of bacteria just in your gut, and it's important to take care of the right species of these bacteria.
Wow.
There's even research showing that certain microbes produce certain neurotransmitters. And fermented foods are supposed to support the microbes that we do want to have.
Man, it must be nice growing up in Japan, because you're taught to eat all of these foods that are good for you. You're taught to have a healthy diet. In Japan, you're taught not to overeat and to get exercise and walk. So basically, in Japanese culture, you're taught a lot of really great things about staying healthy. So that's really why Japan as a culture is so healthy. And in America, oh my, here in America, we have such bad diets, not enough exercise. We could learn a lot from Japan. Yeah.
Plenty of fermented foods have been part of the Japanese diet for a very long time. There's natto, soy sauce, miso, fermented fish, and tsukemono, which is pickled vegetables. Kimchi, a fermented food traditionally from Korea, is also widely available in Japan. Fermented foods like these are very easy to find at the supermarket, and it's common to get a side of Japanese pickles with your meal.
Oh, wow.
The next point is balanced meat consumption. In 2017, total meat consumption in the US per capita was 98.4 kilograms, where 51.4 kilograms of meat were consumed in Japan.
So Japanese people eat less meat? So Japan basically, a lot of this has to do with your diet and what you eat. Japanese people have very, very good diets.
American people per capita ate only 7 kilograms of seafood in 2015, while Japanese people ate 27.3 kilograms of fish and fish products in 2014.
Wow. Japanese people eat 4 times more seafood than Americans. Yeah, that makes sense to me because I never get seafood. I never see fish and other seafood for sale. That's not what we eat here. We eat hamburgers and pizza, you know.
If the meat everyone was eating was antibiotic-free grass-fed meat, high meat consumption might not be a bad thing. But in any case, we can agree that a higher fish intake is generally good for you.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would surprise you to hear that it's really easy to get fish wherever you are in Japan.
Yeah, so Japan has a lot more fish. The fish is very healthy. In America, we barely eat any fish.
But there's another kind of balance that might be a factor. It's the muscle meat to organ meat ratio.
Oh.
Organ meats have not usually been much of a component in the American diet.
No.
During World War II, people were encouraged to eat organ meats as part of the food rationing effort.
Oh.
Articles like this one in this 1943 issue of Time magazine sold organ meats as highly nutritious and
Yeah. In America, we do not eat animal organs. Ever. Like, that's considered very, very strange here. I've heard that animal organs are very healthy, very good for you. But they are taboo in America. And it's kind of a shame, because I think basically the American diet is totally messed up. Like, I don't know. We don't eat fish. We don't eat animal organs. Yeah, it's not good. It's interesting learning about Japan and how much better the food is.
Explained how to cook them. The effort had some success in changing people's views on organ meats, but the effect didn't last much longer than the war itself. This is unfortunate because, as the Time magazine issue shows, organ meats are rich in certain vitamins that muscle meat is not.
Yeah.
And glycine, an amino acid found in skin, cartilage, and connective tissue, has several important health benefits.
Okay.
From being an anti-inflammatory, to improving skin elasticity, improving insulin response, and it has been shown to ameliorate oxidative stress and lower blood pressure.
So in Japan, do you eat animal organs? Like, what kind?
This study found that you could get a 30% increase in lifespan in rodents by restricting methionine, an amino acid found in muscle meat. Or you could get a 30% increase in lifespan by supplementing glycine. Glycine supplementation also reduced fasting blood sugar, fasting insulin, and even triglycerides.
So basically, this is a lot of science about how organ meat is more nutritious than muscle meat.
So it looks like the potential negative effects from eating too much muscle meat can be counteracted by simply consuming more of things like skin, cartilage, connective tissue, and bone broth. Now, in America, you can surely find organ meats at some supermarkets, but in my 20 years in America, organ meats were rarely on the menu.
Yeah, you never see organ meat in America. Never.
though chicken skin is easy to find. Over in Japan, organ meats aren't eaten every day, of course, but they are more common. You can find them at the supermarket or at barbecue places, and horomonyaki places specialize in organ meats.
Really? Wow. So it's normal in Japan to eat throat, cartilage, stomach meat, animal organs. Is that normal in Japan? Tongue?
You can also get them on skewers at yakitori places.
Kidney, liver, heart. Wow! I didn't even know you could eat this stuff. I've heard it's very good for you, though. Oh, wow.
Pork is a big part of Okinawan cuisine, and they don't waste much of the animal.
Ah.
Another thing
pig.
is green tea consumption. Green tea has been found to have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and anti-cancer effects, as well as blood sugar lowering effects thanks to the catechins in it.
Green tea. Wow. Green tea. Yeah, we don't really drink tea in America. Is tea popular in Japan? Green tea. I've heard of green tea. Is this really, really good for you as well?
Though I'm betting green tea being healthy isn't new information to you.
Huh.
Back when I lived in the States, the reason drinking it didn't become a habit was that it was simply annoying to have to buy it at the supermarket and then come home and make it.
Yeah.
Here, pretty much any restaurant serves it, sometimes for free, and you can always buy it
wow.
from one of the many, many vending machines prevalent throughout the country.
Oh, yeah. A lot of this stuff is really hard to find in America. And like healthy organ meat, green tea. It seems like a lot of this stuff is much more accessible in Japan. You can actually get green tea at restaurants. That's really good. That's good.
What might be an even bigger benefit from regularly drinking green tea and other teas is that it keeps people from drinking sugary sodas.
Yeah.
Here, I rarely see people drinking soda with their meal, but I see people drinking tea all the time.
Oh my God. I mean, in America, here, everyone drinks soda. Like, with most meals, people drink soda. Man, Japan is just completely different. It's really no surprise to me after hearing all of this why Japan is so much healthier. The Japanese diet, the Japanese food, is far superior to the American food here.
One last point is the food being served to young children. In Japan, school meals are planned out by a nutritionist, cooked mostly from scratch from local ingredients, then served in the classroom by the students, and eating manners are taught by the teacher.
What?
The only drink allowed is milk, so students can't be drinking juice or other sweet drinks.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh. This is so different. This is so much better, actually. I'll admit it. In America, our school lunches are so bad for you. It's like chicken nuggets, pizza, hamburgers, French fries. School lunches in America are terrible for you. This Japanese school lunch looks so much better for you, so much healthier. It's not even funny.
The meals aren't always perfect, but they're a lot better than what I remember getting from the cafeteria in grade school in the States.
Oh my gosh.
There's plenty more things about Japan I haven't mentioned here. Some that I even expected to be bigger determinants of health, like the...
Wow. This is why people are so healthy in Japan. In Japan, you walk more. The portion sizes are smaller. And basically, the food in Japan is much healthier. In many different ways, Japanese food is healthier. Gosh, this is so crazy for me to learn about as an American. We should be doing all of this in America. But instead, we're doing the opposite. We drink soda, We have terrible diets. We have huge portion sizes. We never walk anywhere. Oh no. Oh, this makes me feel bad. Oh my gosh. But it's good to learn about this stuff. It is good. I don't know. This made me feel a little depressed about America. but it was really good to learn about the Japanese way of staying healthy. This is valuable. So I did enjoy this as well. If you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on how you stay so healthy in Japan. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Japan and learning about Japanese culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.